Hey, agents, one thing I forgot to mention to you is a new website that I wanted to show you. And the name of this website is UpNest. And basically, what it is a platform for consumers to go to get agents to compete for their business. It's actually getting a lot of popularity in certain parts of the country, and I really want you to look into it and sign up for it. Just take a look at it. And again, I'm not endorsing them. I don't have any affiliation with them, of course, but check it out. It's something you should know about and maybe sign up for.
Recently, I've pulled the numbers and really looked into what is happening in our market. It's so unique because there's 15,800 homes actively on the market right now. Again, that's 15,800 homes are active on the market right now. I mean, that is such a small number of homes on the market. And, you know, if you use, for example, if you use the Pareto principle, you know, if you ever heard this before, it's the sales Pareto principle with the 80-20 rule. You've heard the 80-20 rule. That's what it's called. In essence, what it means is that, you know, 20% of the people will do 80% of the work. And if you look at that as an example and you say, okay, well, this month of July, there's going to be about 7,000 to 8,000 closings. And there's about 55,000 realtors, you know, give or take. There's literally 55,000 agents out there in the marketplace. So what that means is that 80% of that number, about 6,000 to 6,500 homes that will close in the month of July, the top 20% of agents, that's 11,000 people. That's 11,000 people that, you know, that make up that top 20% of the real estate agents out there. And to gobble away at about 6,500 homes, let's just say 6,000. So the moral of the story is what I'm trying to stress to you is, and this is a conversation I was having earlier today with really one of our top agents, and you know, the challenge is when you have this type of market, it really, really makes you understand what world you live in. As a real estate agent, you are the tip of the spear of the most aggressive sales environment there really is. I mean, it is one of those environments where that's why, but by the way, that's why DeLex Realty is here. I have such a love for the industry and such a love for what it is. I have such a respect for the industry. That's why we created DeLex Realty. I understand what it's like to be in that predicament that a lot of you are in, where you're just thinking to yourself, man, what am I going to do to kind of keep that lead flow coming in, to keep those closings going? And you have to make the most out of every single transaction possibility that you have. And you know, those are some of the things that, of course, I'm not going to talk about that this evening. You know, those type of things that we need to talk about at a sales meeting, which I would encourage all of you to come to our sales meetings. We do those sales meetings at the beginning of the month, and I will tell you that some of you that have come to sales meetings on a regular basis, I've even heard from people before. They're like, "Man, Danny, it seems like sometimes the information is somewhat repetitive. It seems like you kind of, you know, some of the stuff you're kind of regurgitating the same stuff." It's like, well, yeah, of course I am. It's like the NFL football players, you know, when they play in the NFL, they still learn the same plays over and over and over again. They just dial in on those and they concentrate on those very specific actions that are going to get them the results they're looking for. So for those of you out there that are, like I said, I just want to encourage you to continue to come to our sales meetings, even though they may seem repetitive at times. Just get there and keep on plugging away, because it does pay off. Year over year, your business will compound. It will grow, and don't give up, you guys. Just stay hungry out there. And I know some of you probably need to hear that, but again, that's not what this call's about. This is not a sales meeting, folks. That's not what this is. I promise. I promise. I promise. All right. Again, one time a month. These meetings are for me to reach out to everybody. Of course, the monsoons, and when they come in, we do want to make sure everybody's aware. When monsoons come in like this, please check your listing signs. Make sure that your listing signs are up. It's really important. You know, we pride ourselves in one of the things I try to explain to agents, that when a DeLex Realty sign is out in the marketplace, how nice does it look when every other real estate sign out there is blown off and, you know, it's broken down, and you can drive around and you can still see DeLex signs. Now, granted, there's only 15,800 listings on the market, so there's not many signs out there, but you get the point, folks. You get the point. All right. Next thing I wanted to cover was the DeLex Realty ads that are going out. As you can see, you know, we are very aggressive, and we are very, let's just say, kind of rude in the way we advertise about our brokerage. The reason we are doing that and the reason we will continue to do that is because, guys, we try to have a sense of humor, right? Try to poke fun at ourselves and just try to have some fun. That's all it is. We don't mean any harm by it. People have taken offense to our ads. Of course they do. But more than likely, if someone takes significant offense to something that we do, they're probably, frankly, let's think about it. Is that the type of person that we really – so it's kind of like a filtration thing. So you guys get the point. So if you see some offensive ads out there, just take them with a grain of salt. I know sometimes I get some complaints from even our agents, and it's like, I'm sorry. But they're going to get worse before they get better. All right, let's see here. Sales meetings. Oh, speaking of sales meetings, they are coming up next week. So if you have not reserved your spot on the sales meeting, please do so. Get there. Let's get together. I know Gary is going to be there. I know Stacy's going to be there. Speaking of Gary and Stacy, I don't know if either one of them, if you could press 0, one of you guys. Let's see here. Stacy's on the line. Stacy, let's see what Stacy has to say about anything. Stacy, I'm going to allow you to speak. Stacy, you out there?
I feel privileged. Yeah, I'm here.
How's that?
How are you?
Yeah. I'm fantastic. Anything you would like to say to the wonderful DeLex agents out there?
I just wanted to thank everybody who has given us, Slava and myself and Jamie and the staff, any leads that you guys have asked us to call on. We had a great hiring month, and I actually think it was 19 that we've hired as of the end of July for July, which was fantastic. And some of those came from other agents, which I think is fantastic, and I'm very excited. And I just wanted to remind everybody that if you know somebody that you think might be a great fit for DeLex, please reach out to either Slava, Jamie, or myself, and we would love to speak with them. Also, I wanted to let everybody know that we have hired Lisa Ross, and she's a great commercial agent. She's going to be leading our commercial department. And if anybody has any commercial questions or needs or just needs help, please feel free to contact Lisa Ross or Slava and myself, and we'll hook you up with her. She's a fantastic lady, and she's very knowledgeable in the commercial industry. That's pretty much what I have to say. So I'm super excited about this month and can't wait to see what we do for next month.
Well, Stacey, thank you very much. And to your point, Lisa Ross has joined the company and is going to help us with the commercial division. We also have Jerry Langston out there who's been was with us before and has come back. And I want to say also welcome to Jerry if he's on the call. Welcome to Lisa. We appreciate their help. The commercial division is something that we've always kind of kept our eye on, and it's one of those things where we want you guys to know if you don't deal with commercial, that's just not your forte. We do have people in-house, and we do have a division of group of people in-house that can handle that business. You don't have to refer it outside of DeLex. So thank you for reminding me of that, Stacey, very much. And thank you everybody with DeLex, all of our staff. Guys, you guys as agents in our brokerage, you have no idea how amazing the people are that work on this company. They are so committed to just having the best. I mean, I always tell everybody when we have our meetings internally, it's like this is our gift to the industry, and that's truly what it is. I mean, it's not about being the next big brokerage. It's literally just about having a home for agents, a safe haven for agents. And we are so thankful for all of our people because they're so committed and loyal to our organization. Thank you, Stacey, very much. Thank you very much.
Yep.
I just disallowed her to talk, so I can press a button and boom, Stacey can't say another word. You know, it's really remarkable. I have someone else that just there's no filtration on here, so I'm going to allow this person to speak. It could be Gary. Who knows?
Okay. Hey, it is Gary, actually.
I knew. I kind of knew that. Gary, anything you would like to say to the agents at large out there?
Yeah, just a couple things that are kind of going on lately that, kind of everybody should be aware of. We're getting, for whatever reason lately, we're seeing a lot of buyer contingency contracts. And if we're representing the seller, in the market that we're in right now, I would highly discourage your seller from taking a buyer contingent contract because you never know really how far back those go. You might know that the buyer that is purchasing their property, they may have a contingency on their house. The buyer before that may have a contingency on their house, and I've seen it go 5 deep. So ask if you're going to take, or if your seller is going to take, it's really more your seller because they're seeing that offer and they're excited and they're, they're ready to go. Hey, let's do this. It's a great price, and all of that is wonderful. However, it could go back very deep. So make sure you're asking a lot of questions to the buyer and the buyer's agent. Hey, do you know if that other contract is contingent? Is everything solid? But honestly, in this market, it's pretty solid seller's market right now. So try to avoid them if you can. So that's on buyer contingencies. Armless, the delayed status. I'm sure you guys have all heard of the delayed status. It's basically like a coming soon of MLS, and it allows you to put the property on the MLS before you actually list it. I mean, you have to have an ER in place. However, it's kind of a coming soon. Your seller might not be, they might be 2 weeks out. They might need to be doing paint and some other things. It just kind of gives the agents a heads up, hey, this is coming. And, you can actually even take offers. The only thing you can't do during that time while it's on delayed status is you cannot show the property. You can't show it. The buyer's agents can't show it. Nobody can show it. But, hey, if somebody wants to write a contract sight unseen, hey, that's up to them. So just keep an eye on that delayed status and use it. I think it's a great tool. Binzer, we've been getting a lot of contracts lately. Licensed contractors are requested on the Binzer. And I'm not sure how many of you know this, but the purchase contract says that all work will be done in a workmanship-like manner. It absolutely says nothing whatsoever about licensed contractors. That being said, the state of Arizona says that if the repairs exceed $1,000, licensed contractors must be used. So if you are a seller's agent and you get a Binzer that says you got to use licensed contractors, I want licensed contractors for this, and this, and you know that these are things that a handyman can do, and they're going to be well under that $1,000 range, you don't have to do anything. I mean, your best option, obviously, you want to communicate. You want to call that buyer's agent and say, hey, listen, the contract says workmanship-like manner. I don't need to use licensed contractors. We're not going to use licensed contractors, just so that they are aware of it. But you could just ignore it and just get everything repaired, get it repaired in a workmanship-like manner, and it won't even matter. But it's always good to communicate. But we've been getting a lot of that lately. Hey, do I have to use a licensed contractor? No, you don't, unless the repair is over $1,000. So I just want to make sure everybody is aware of that. Biennial Code of Ethics classes. I'm sure everybody knows that by the end of this year, 2018, you've got to get your Code of Ethics class in. So I'm sure many of you have already done it, but you've got about 4 months left. It used to be every 4 years, for those of you who aren't familiar, but it is now every 2 years that you've got to get this class in, and everybody's on the same schedule, unlike how it used to be. So you just need to make sure that it's all done by the end of the year. Lastly, commission instructions. I know a lot of you guys are sending me, Stacy, Slava, John, you're still sending us title company commission instructions. Back Agent is set up so that once all your docs are in your file and you hit the submit button, sorry for the dogs in the background, we actually send out commission instructions for you. So you can just tell title, hey, we'll be sending our own. Don't worry about it. Because they're going to say, hey, I need these signed. We're going to send our own. Tell them not to even worry about it. I know final walkthroughs have been a little bit of an issue with some people. I always say do a final walkthrough 3 days prior to close of escrow. That's why the cure period notice is in the final walkthrough form itself. Try to do your final walkthroughs 3 days prior. And, how I always like to train agents is do your own final walkthrough without your client. Just run over to the house. Run over to the property the day of closing or the night before. Just make sure the AC hasn't been stolen or there's no windows broken or there's nothing major done. But try to do your walkthroughs 3 days before. So that's what the cure period notice is there for. And that'll get you paid on time, too, because that'll give Stacy enough time to check ready and ready to go. And that's not always the ideal situation. We understand that. So, and we'll certainly work with you if you can't get it done, and we'll try to get commission instructions out to you at last minute if we can. But Dan, did you have something to say about that?
Well, no, I wanted to say thank you for everybody's patience when it comes sometimes to commissions. Unfortunately, at times, we get checks at random offices, and sometimes it creates a day or two lag or whatever the case may be. I can tell you guys that with utmost certainty, the number one priority is if there's a commission check that's cut to us, hopefully it's not cut to us at all. It's cut directly to you from title. But in the event that it is, we are going to work very, very quickly to get that check in your hands as quickly as possible. We will overextend ourselves in terms of, just in terms of human capital and time to get it into you, get that check to you as quickly as we possibly can. Unfortunately, there's just sometimes we can't logistically get it there. Now, Gary, I do want to say, you've opened up a kettle of worms a little bit here, whatever that saying is in terms of this binger, because I know that this is always one of those major kind of sticking points with agents. As for instance, a lot of our agents represent buyers. So for instance, if I'm representing a buyer and I say, hey, I want to make sure that this repairs, I want to make sure that these sellers are not hiring a handyman for this. I want to make sure that they're hiring a licensed contractor for this. And I go on and I actually write that into the Binzer. Correct me if I'm wrong. If the seller agrees to that at that point by signing the Binzer, then there is that mutual agreement in terms of saying, okay, we did agree to using a licensed contractor. So in the event that I did, let's just say I, as a buyer's agent, have written that in there that I want them to use the licensed contractor. And I know what you're saying because a lot of people don't understand the fact that you're amending the contract technically this has been one of those. I'm telling you, I've heard so many different arguments when it comes to this debate. So I've heard every side of it, but hypothetically, if you're amending the contract and you're saying, hey, I want you to use a licensed contractor and all parties agree to it, at that point in time, the seller is technically agreeing to that, correct? Or am I wrong on that?
Well, Dan, as much as I would love to say that you're right on that, you actually are wrong on that.
Okay. So
the seller can sign the Binzer stating seller will make all repairs. Seller agrees, seller is willing to make all repairs. It would require an addendum to the contract to change the verbiage in the contract because the contract says that all work will be done in a workmanship-like manner. Again, that being said, over $1,000, yes, they have to use licensed contractors. The seller,
sure.
And believe me, I've had enough conversations with legal about this subject that legal has told me that you absolutely make the repairs, you do them in a workmanship-like manner, and you do not have to use licensed contractors, and you don't even have to tell the buyer's agent or the buyer that you're not using licensed contractors. You simply have to make the repairs in a workmanship-like manner, period. Otherwise,
this is what I hope Dale's on. By the way, welcome to Dale. I don't know if Dale's maybe listening or not, but I remember having this exact conversation with Dale when I was fresh off of the selling real estate and getting into that. It was so amazing to me because I remember I specifically wrote that into every Binzer rather, because I wanted to make sure that the sellers did that. And I know a lot of our agents represent buyers out there. So
if we're representing a buyer in a transaction, I absolutely encourage you to put that in there. I mean, why not?
Okay.
I mean, it certainly isn't going to hurt anything. There's and a lot of listing agents don't even know that once their seller has agreed to make those repairs that they don't have to use licensed contractors. So why not? You're trying to protect your buyer. So
right.
Of course. And I used to do it when I was representing buyers. I used to put it in the Binzer all the time. You can't enforce it though. That's kind of the bottom line. You can, if the repairs are all done, you do your final walkthrough, all the repairs are done, and your re-inspect guy goes out there and he says, hey, everything looks great. You can't say, well, this isn't a licensed contractor that did the work. Well, you can, but contractually they don't have to do it.
Gary, I remember you and I've had conversations, but your world's a lot more interesting than what I think most people realize. And I think Stacy, and I think this is one of the things that, you start to get into the weeds so much on these issues. We appreciate you. We appreciate all of our people very much. And Gary, thank you very much for getting on and sharing these things with everybody. Because, again, I think people are a lot more intrigued by some of the things that come across your guys' desk. much more than what you probably realize. So thank you for everything that you do, and thank you, Stacy. Thank you, everybody. Anything else you want to say?
No, I think I'm good to go. And just obviously, if anybody ever has any questions, I'm available 24/7. So.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. All right. We'll talk to you soon. Okay, now I get to press a button, and there goes Gary, and Gary can't say another word, rather. And you know, what an amazing opportunity to use technology. I can just hit boom, and somebody's gone. Okay. Now, I am now going to ask you guys a few questions. We have a lot of people still on the call. Thank you very much. I want to ask you, number one, will you be attending our sales meetings this next week? Press number 1 for yes, press number 2 for no, and press number 3 for I hate your sales meeting, Daniel. Daniel, I hate your sales meetings. If you press number 3, I'm very upset with you. So press number 1 if you are going to be attending our sales meetings next week. Press number 2. Okay, ready? Here it comes. Ready? Okay, go ahead right now. So press number 1 if you're going to be attending our sales meetings. Number 2 if you're not going to be attending our sales meetings. Press number 3 if you hate our sales meetings. Okay, I see some people pressing. Okay, don't press number 3. It's a joke. I can't see who's pressing it, but okay, all right. If you're going to be attending our sales meetings, we have a huge number of people that said yes. We appreciate you, of course, coming to our sales meetings, but I get it. No for 2. Okay, that's enough. We'll stop that question because more people are just saying I hate your sales meetings. All right, that's enough of that. All right. Okay, next question here. Okay, here's another question for you. Who's going to be attending our luxury meeting on August 15th? The location for that is going to be sent to you individually because it's at a house. It's at someone's luxury property. So press number 1 if yes, you will be attending our luxury meeting on August 15th. Press 2 if no, if you're not going to be. And press 3 if you hate luxury homes and you hate all the people that live in luxury homes. And you hate everybody that has a luxury home. Okay, okay. I see people pressing 3 again. Okay, I see a lot more yeses for people that want to attend our luxury meeting this next month on August 15th. Please mark that down in your calendar, August 15th, because we will be sending out a location to everybody that wants to attend that. So please pay attention to the email that comes out for that, our luxury meeting. Okay, next question. I'm going to stop that question. Now, a lot less people participated in that question, so I'm keeping track of numbers here. Okay, next question for you. Here it comes. All right, now question number 3. Guys, this is what I need to know. How are we doing at DeLex? And what I mean by that is this. I take it very seriously, our responsibility in the community. I take it very seriously that we want to be the leaders, not the leaders that you guys think. We want to be the leaders in terms of having the best environment for real estate agents. That's all I care about. It's not about being a technology company, or you've heard my rants before, but we really truly want to provide a safe haven for real estate agents where you can rely on us just to be the same and consistent every month. So how are we doing? Number 1, if you think we're doing amazing, if we're doing an amazing job, just put number 1. Press number 2 if you think, oh, we're doing okay. And then press number 3 if you think we're doing terrible. Now press the numbers now. Okay, so if you press them up before then, it doesn't matter. So number 1 if you think we're doing amazing. Number 2 if you think we're doing okay. Number 3 if you think we're doing terrible. And don't say terrible unless you really got to tell us something terrible. Let me just say here, while you guys are answering that question, I appreciate all the responses back very, very much too. We also have some individuals that we need to talk about. And before I start mentioning names of people and letting them get on the call if they want to, wow, thank you very much, you guys, very, very much. We have a lot more amazings than anything else. Got a lot of okays in there though too. So I mean, if there's anything we can do, of course, to help, and if there's something we should be doing differently, please let us know. I really listened to our agents. I had a great conversation recently with Brad Sykes, and he was telling me about some of the things that he would love to see us do, and remarkable suggestions, easy suggestions that we can implement. So if you guys see stuff out there that you want us to do, we will do it. But let me just tell you something before I introduce a few people. We recently had an agent that left the organization, and the reason the realtor left the organization was because she wasn't getting what she needed from the organization. Well, truth be told, I'm not going to, of course, I would never mention names of anybody, but the truth is that this unfortunately for this particular agent, what they were looking for was unrealistic for any brokerage to provide. There's no brokerage in the world that's going to provide what they were looking for. And I tell you that because, as I was saying at the beginning of the conference call, this industry, you guys are the tip of the spear of a very, very serious, hardcore sales environment. It's 100% commission. You have to go out there and eat what you kill. It's a tough business. You got to be thick-skinned. You got to be ready to go. I mean, why do you think my energy level is the way it is? It's not because I like it to be this way. It's because I cut my teeth in real estate, man. I had to earn a living in real estate. So I'm telling you that's why I love this industry, is because it trains you in such a disciplined way. So if you're going to be successful in this industry, you can be successful in anything. So I challenge all of you to just trust me. You can do it. And all right, I of course want everyone to work with the sponsors for our TV show. I understand you have relationships and everything else, but if you can use our sponsors, it's greatly appreciated, because they do a remarkable job. And they host our Wall Convoke, for example, is hosting our sales meeting next week, and of course Academy is also hosting one of our sales meetings next week. So get out there to Wall Convoke, meet their people, and of course, if you press 0 now, if any of you would like to say anything, now is your chance. You can say whatever you want to say to everybody, and these are unfiltered calls, so this is your chance to say terrible things about me or anybody else. All you have to do is press 0, and then boom. Okay, so I'm going to start off with
Congratulations, Arizona, for making the Valley of the Sun one of the fastest growing areas in the United States, where families can live the dream of home ownership. Great American Title is making that dream come true. As Arizona Business Magazine's top-ranked title company now for 10 years in a row. Locally owned and operated, offices across the valley to help serve you on your next purchase or sale. When it comes to finding the best title company around, when you want to get great service, think Great American.
People before profits. Words we live by here at Precision Air and Heating. Getting the job done right the first time, not overcharging you and not surprising you with hidden fees. That's what makes us the #1 air conditioning and heating company in Arizona, voted by you. At Precision Air and Heating, we promise to treat every customer with integrity, deliver quality, and earn your trust. You have my word on it.
Since 1932, Wall Convoke has been closing mortgages and doing it the right way. We're not out there chasing the newest, shiniest, brightest star. We're not pushing buttons and getting mortgages. We still like to sit down face to face. We take care of our borrowers one at a time. And we plan on doing this for another 85 years.
What if your home warranty plan was designed for preventative maintenance rather than crisis control? Introducing Super Home Warranty, where technology meets home warranty.
For more than 30 years, Academy Mortgage Corporation has been making the dream of home ownership a reality for thousands of Americans. Let us bring it home for you.
We all love getting made up, right? Taking it off? Now that's another story. Introducing Makeup Eraser, the quick, easy, and gentle way to erase your makeup in a snap. No chemicals, no waste. Find out why beauty bloggers around the world are raving about Makeup Eraser with over 1 million happy customers. You can buy Makeup Eraser online or at retailers, including Sephora. So, erase your makeup in a snap.
In today's hot real estate market, you need a trusted and experienced lender that can get you pre-qualified as soon as possible so you can submit that offer in a timely manner. That's why my team and myself were always available, nights, weekends, whenever you need assistance.
Buying or selling a home is one of the biggest decisions of your life, and you have enough on your mind. Relax. Count on Old Republic Home Protection to reduce the stress and expense of your home system or appliance breakdowns before, during, and after the sale. Old Republic Home Protection has offered exceptional home warranty coverage and service since 1974. You deserve the industry-leading home warranty coverage. That's why we provide reasonable rates and set the industry standard for comprehensive coverage and unparalleled customer service. Ask your agent about Old Republic Home Warranty. Wake up, Arizona Realtors. Agents, be a part of something unlike the real estate industry has ever seen. A brokerage designed for 2030 doesn't look normal in 2018. Give us a call today to make more money.
The phone number I don't have, I have Nicole. Nicole, you ready, Nicole? Here we go. I'm going to allow you to speak. You ready? Here we go. Nicole, you are live.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, I called in to the office the other day, and I got our new answering service. And I have to say, I find that very impersonal, and I love Alexis. So I really like calling in and being able to talk to somebody that understands or can answer my questions. And I know we can't have 100 Alexis because I guess there's a lot of people calling in now. Yes. But I find that answering service is very impersonal. Is there something we can do differently?
Absolutely. So I will tell you guys, ideally, in an ideal world, that's a great, I appreciate you bringing this up. In an ideal world, of course, the call center is an internal call center. So that way these individuals know everybody, and that would be the goal. So what happens is if too many calls are coming in, it's going to roll over to the call center. And now we've got it to where it's routing to the call center because the call center is set up to take, they don't miss a call. So what we're running into, let's say, for instance, someone has a sign call that comes into the office number, and then that person was ringing, and then they weren't getting anybody. They were hanging up. So it's kind of like it's a real serious challenge. So what I have to do in these circumstances is try to train the call center that we have currently to do the best job they possibly can. That's really from a scripting thing. We do work with them closely on the scripting. If you notice when you call, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to get your name and your telephone number, and they're going to require that information. That's obviously for purposes of getting that disseminated to the agent for purposes of making sure they get contact with that person. So I totally understand. And by the way, Nicole, I will tell you this: make sure you get the direct number for whoever you want to talk to within the office. I mean, don't hesitate to get the direct phone number to anybody, including myself or anybody. Get their cell phone or get whatever, because everybody is available for you to take a personal call. So if you want to call someone direct, you can circumvent the call center, circumvent the office by having the direct number, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that does, and I appreciate that.
No worries, no worries. I appreciate you bringing it up because I don't like it either. I'm not really a big fan of it, but it's the best option I have. Anything else? Everything else? Is there anything else? Anything else good out there? Is there everything else okay?
For me personally, I'm doing fine. Yep, I'm enjoying it. I just miss Alexis answering the phone.
Well, I will tell you this: Alexis, not only I can see why you missed her because she's an exceptional talent, and when as soon as I came and the merge happened, we identified her quickly as someone that really required a lot of responsibility. So Alexis probably misses the days because she now is doing a lot more stuff and more bets. I think Alexis is a star. I think she has a lot of human potential, and she's been a pleasure to work with. So she's doing a lot of other things now too. You'd be happy to know she's promoted. So
that's good. That's good.
All right, thank you, Nicole. I'm pressing the button now. Anything else?
No, I'm good. Press away.
Okay. All right, let's see who else we have here. I've got, I think, is it true? Is this Terry? Let's see here. I'm going to allow him to speak. Terry Day, you are live, sir. You are live.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Oh, my gosh. How can I help you today, sir?
I'm just hanging out, listening to this great conference call, and just want to say thanks for everything that you guys have done at DeLex. I've been here 2.5 years this last month. So
is that how long it's been? 2.5 years, is it?
Yeah, it feels like a lot longer, honestly, but not in a bad way. But it's been a good time. And I got to tell you, I honestly just called directly to the person I want to talk to because I have everybody's cell phone numbers. And, if people have questions that I can answer, they're always welcome to call me, especially from a marketing standpoint, because I do a lot of stuff there and sales or strategy and things like that. So,
Well, I must tell everybody, Terry is obviously last year he was our number one agent, and he extends himself out there to you guys in a way that he doesn't have to, and he really does. He does mean it. He's very passionate about this, you guys, and he's serious. I mean, I've seen him take time and go to open houses with agents. He's really helpful. And I'm not suggesting you're going to do that for everybody, Terry. Did I just kind of extend? But anyways, just call Terry, and he is a resource.
I do open houses, and if anybody ever wants to sit with me, they can. We have, assuming we're not really busy, we can talk about different marketing strategies, and I can show them some software that I use, and just see what they're doing to help them out. I mean, but big picture, they just got to really want to win. If they're going to win and do better, they got to work harder, work more, and really push. So, but I'll give them any pieces I can give them.
The numbers don't lie, Terry. I'll tell you what. It's there's a lot of people going for a certain number of business, and you got to fight for it in the end. So yeah, you're a great example of somebody that just grinds every day, man, just grinding out. So thank you for being a part of the organization and everything that you do as well. You don't get enough recognition for that.
We're all good, buddy. Thanks.
I'm gonna press the button, man. See you later.
All good.
Okay, there goes Terry. Anybody else? If you anything you want to ask or say, press 0. If you're thinking it, others may be thinking it, so feel free to press 0. I'm going to give it about a minute before we can cut this call. Let me see if there's anything else I was supposed to cover today. I've got to thank you again for all of our sponsors for the television show. Seriously, please. Oh, here we go. Maria Smith. Here we go. You're going to be live in just a second. Maria, go ahead.
Hi. I just want to know who is that person that spoke before? What is his information in case I need to call him?
Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
The agent that spoke a little bit ago. What is his full name?
Sure, that was Terry.
Number?
Yes. Okay, that was Terry Day. And Terry Day, I will tell you this. I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to put his cell phone number out there for anybody that wants to talk to him. His number is 602-413-5022. Just like the television show. He just steals the show just like that. That's what he does to me. Just takes it. Well, anything else, Maria?
No. Again, can you repeat it? 602?
I'm sorry. Yep. 602-413. Yep. 602-413-5022. He probably hates me that I just put his cell phone number out there. No, he loves when people call him. He loves.
Perfect. No, that's gonna be all. Thank you.
No worries. Thank you. All right, everybody. I think that about concludes the call. I want to say seriously again, thank you so much. I've really, we're way past time. I know a couple people now are trying to get on. I'm so sorry. Let me see here. We can take one more. I think I got one more here. No, I probably shouldn't. We got more time. All right, here we go. Let me see if I can get it here. Okay, you are live.
Okay, hi there. This is Cindy.
Hey, Cindy.
How are you?
Everything's
great. You crack me up when I listen to these. And thanks, Gary, for all his information. I actually, while we were talking, I did take a buyer contingency, but I actually texted the agent and asked if that buyer had a contingency, and they said no, so that actually helped me. So thank you, Gary. Okay, so my question is, I would like to take advantage of the referral program, and I have actually sent you an email, Daniel, and I also asked John about it, and I haven't heard back. So I'd like to, if you want to get back to me privately or whatever, I'd like to be able to take part in that and have more business.
Yes, thank you very much. That is something on a monthly basis, by the way. If you guys see an email that goes out, the memos that I send out one memo a month. That memo that goes out, it includes a link that you can fill out and get on that referral program. I presume that you did fill that out. And if you do, okay, perfect. Okay, so once that's filled out at that point in time, then what happens is we put that group of people on a rotation. Of course, we really, you do get reached out to at some point. And I'll say it's pretty remarkable. Thanks for bringing that up, by the way, because it is something that we're consistently working on. It's just trying to experimenting new ways of getting leads and new things that are out there that we can try to get leads. So, of course, if you're someone out there that wants to get leads on a split, please reach out to us. Thank you for reminding me of that as well, Cindy, very much.
Okay. Thank you.
No worries. Oh, no worries. Okay, let's see here. I mean, I'm sorry. I think that's it. I don't think there's anybody else. There may be somebody I can see it. It's like yellow on my screen. But anyways, have a wonderful evening, everybody. We overstayed our welcome. And I will talk to you again next month. Hopefully I see you at a sales meeting in the next week or so. Have a wonderful evening and keep going.